Hey guys, welcome back. In the last lecture, we played around with uploading and pulling fake data with Firebase. In this lecture, let's talk about how we retrieve data efficiently. Recall from the last lecture, we retrieved data by observing the value events at the Firebase message reference. That way, all messages, old or new, are retrieved at once anytime an event occurs. And that's not efficient. Intuitively, what we should do is just really caring about the changes. Like, we should just pull the new messages and things like that. For example, the first message shouldn't be retrieved when we send the second one. Okay, let's get to the details. We'll first show that why pulling data the old way is bad, then transit to a proper way to retrieve data. Alright. When the app runs, we expect to see a dictionary containing the first message printed to the console. Oh, yep. Alright, here it is. Now, if we create a second message on the database, give it some random ID, and its content is second message, okay, then actually both the messages are going to be retrieved. And that's not good. The first message was pulled before and now was retrieved again. Alright? For the value event, the snapshot returned by the observing method contains all messages. So, the way we're doing right now, the snippet we wrote before, is not proper for pulling data. Instead, for pulling a new message, we should really just pull the new child that is added to the message location. Okay, actually, before making another change, let's print the retrieved data this time. Alright? So, print, let's see, snapshot. Alright, let's run the app and see. The child added event will be triggered one for each existing message, meaning the observe event type method returns a snapshot for each existing message. So, due to the child added event, each message will be printed one by one, and the snapshot value is actually not a dictionary anymore. That's why the dictionary wasn't printed to the console. A snapshot returned by the observing method contains just one single message, not all the messages in the database. So the typecasting we performed returned nil. Okay, let's comment out the typecasting snippet for now to see what the data value we retrieved this time. And print the snapshot. Value. Okay, good. And just to recap, the typecasting might return nil because there might not be any data in the snapshot. Or the type we're trying to convert to doesn't match the type of the snapshot value. Alright, the snapshot values are actually optional string, which is the message content we uploaded, and each snapshot corresponds to just a single message. Alright, let's print something to show that. Like print test. Okay, cool. What we're trying to show is the child added event will be fired twice, so we expect the test string will be printed twice. Yep. Initially, there's kind of two child added events. Alright. Now let's uncomment and modify the typecasting snippet to access the data. And the extracted data is actually string, because that's what we created on the database before. And let's delete the printing stuff, because we no longer need them. We have two messages now. They both should be printed to the console, one by one, because the child added event will be triggered twice for these two existing messages, each corresponding to a message being added to the message location before. Alright, now let's create a new message with a random ID with content new message. Okay, so only the new message got retrieved after we created it on the database, because now the child added event is triggered only once, corresponding to the new message. Alright, now let's go back to the old approach using the value event. The snapshot value is now an optional dictionary. Now, let's see again how inefficient it is. This time, let's print a test string to see how it works. The value event is fired once with the existing data. The test string is in fact printed just once. And the return snapshot contains all messages at the message location. Now, if we add a new message with random ID and the content is third message, then, as before, the value event is triggered just one more time. But the return snapshot again contains all data, although we just want the newly created message. Alright. Okay, good. We now understand how to upload and retrieve data properly. For pulling a new message, we should use the child added event, instead of the value event when observing data changes. Alright, now let's comment these lines out. We'll upload new messages to Firebase when users send them. Actually, let's delete the printing stuff because we no longer need them. Alright, we'll upload new messages to Firebase when users tap the send button. Then, we'll pull each new message from Firebase, append it to the message array, then display the message to the chat view. Alright, we'll do that in the next lecture. See you then!